Our world's climate is balanced by the greenhouse effect, a natural process where gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor trap just enough heat to keep Earth habitable. This invisible shield acts like a cozy blanket, maintaining temperatures that allow life to flourish. Without it, the warmth from the sun would simply radiate back into space, leaving our planet cold and lifeless. Without this effect, Earth would be a frozen wasteland, with average temperatures plunging far below freezing. Oceans would be locked in ice, and most forms of life as we know them would not survive. But over the last 2 centuries, human activities, especially burning fossil fuels for energy, transportation and industry, have thickened this blanket, trapping too much heat. Deforestation and large-scale agriculture have also contributed, releasing even more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This is global warming, the main driver of climate change. As the planet heats up, we see glaciers melting, sea levels rising, and heat waves becoming more frequent and intense. It's important to remember that climate is not the same as weather. Weather describes the conditions we experience day to day, like a sudden rainstorm or a sunny afternoon. Climate, on the other hand, is the average of these patterns over decades or even centuries. What we're seeing now is a shift in these long-term patterns, leading to more extreme and unpredictable weather worldwide. Hurricanes are stronger, wildfires more destructive, floods more frequent, and droughts more severe. Scientists have measured ancient air bubbles trapped in ice cores from Antarctica and Greenland, revealing that today's carbon dioxide levels are higher than at any point in the last 800,000 years. These ice cores act as time capsules, giving us a window into Earth's past climate. This spike in greenhouse gases matches the rise of industrial society when humans began burning coal, oil and gas on a massive scale to power factories, trains and cities. The result is clear. Our planet is running a fever and we are responsible. The signs are all around us, from record-breaking temperatures to changing seasons and shifting wildlife patterns. Understanding this is the first step to making a difference. By learning how our actions impact the climate, we can begin to make choices that protect our planet for future generations. The science is clear, our actions have consequences. But with knowledge comes power, and together we can take steps to slow climate change and build a more sustainable future for everyone. Rising global temperatures are disrupting every ecosystem on Earth. From the highest mountain peaks to the deepest ocean trenches, no corner of the planet is untouched. The natural world is being forced to adapt at a pace never seen before, and the consequences are profound. Glaciers are retreating at alarming rates, threatening water supplies for millions of people who depend on their meltwater. As these ancient ice reserves vanish, sea levels rise, swallowing coastlines and reshaping entire communities. The loss of glaciers also disrupts delicate freshwater ecosystems, putting countless species at risk. Oceans, which cover more than 2/3 of our planet, are absorbing much of this excess heat and carbon dioxide. This leads to widespread coral bleaching, turning vibrant reefs into ghostly skeletons. Acidifying waters make it harder for marine life to survive, threatening the food chains that sustain both sea creatures and human communities. On land, the rhythm of the seasons is shifting. Spring arrives earlier, autumn lingers longer, and the timing for plants, pollinators, and migratory animals is thrown into chaos. Flowers bloom before pollinators emerge, and birds arrive to find their food sources gone, disrupting ancient cycles that have evolved over millennia. Many species are forced to move to higher altitudes or migrate toward the poles in search of cooler habitats. But not all can adapt or relocate quickly enough. Some are left stranded in environments that no longer meet their needs, facing dwindling resources and new threats. Iconic animals like polar bears are losing their icy homes as the Arctic melts at a record pace. With less sea ice to hunt and rest on, their survival hangs in the balance, serving as a stark symbol of the changes sweeping across the globe. This reshuffling of life is pushing many species toward extinction. As habitats shrink and fragment, animals and plants struggle to find the space and resources they need to survive, leading to empty nests, abandoned dens, and silent forests. Biodiversity, the planet's greatest treasure, is shrinking before our eyes. Each lost species is a thread pulled from the intricate tapestry of life, weakening the resilience of entire ecosystems and diminishing the natural heritage we all share. These changes are not distant, they're happening now, in real time. Floods, wildfires and storms are becoming more frequent and severe, affecting communities around the world and reminding us that nature's response is already underway. The web of life is unraveling, and we are part of it. Our own well-being is tied to the health of the natural world, and as ecosystems falter, so too do the systems that support human life. Clean air, fresh water and stable climates. The urgency to act has never been greater. The choices we make today will determine the fate of countless species, including our own, and shape the legacy we leave for future generations. Climate change is reshaping human life as much as the natural world. Food and water security are threatened by droughts, floods, and unpredictable weather, risking harvests and livelihoods. Health suffers as heat waves intensify and diseases spread to new regions. Rising seas endanger coastal communities, forcing millions to migrate. Extreme weather damages infrastructure and disrupts economies. Industries like tourism and fishing face growing uncertainty. Our stability depends on a stable climate, something we can no longer take for granted. Across the globe, experts from every corner of the scientific community are sounding the alarm. Climate change is not a distant threat, but a present reality that is already shaping our world in profound ways. The evidence is overwhelming, and the message is clear. The impacts of a warming planet are being felt by all of us, regardless of where we live or who we are. Dr. Katharine Hayhoe, a leading climate scientist and communicator, emphasizes that climate change isn't just an abstract concept or a problem for future generations. It's a force that's already influencing our daily lives, affecting the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the safety of our communities. She urges us to recognize that the choices we make today will determine the kind of world we leave for our children. Dr. James Hansen, one of the first scientists to raise the alarm about global warming, paints a vivid picture. The energy trapped in our atmosphere by greenhouse gases is equivalent to the detonation of hundreds of thousands of atomic bombs every single day. This relentless accumulation of heat is driving more extreme weather, rising sea levels, and unprecedented changes to our climate systems. Dr. Sunita Narain, a prominent environmentalist, brings attention to the deep inequalities at the heart of the climate crisis. She reminds us that those who have contributed the least to the problem, often the poorest and most marginalized, are the ones suffering the most severe consequences. For them, climate change is not just an environmental issue, but a matter of justice and survival. Vulnerable communities such as small farmers struggling with drought, indigenous peoples protecting their ancestral lands, and rural families facing floods and storms are on the front lines. Their stories are a stark reminder that climate change is personal and its impacts are already disrupting lives and livelihoods around the world. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, representing thousands of scientists from nearly every nation, has reached a powerful consensus. Human activity, especially the burning of fossil fuels, is the primary driver of global warming. Their reports are the most comprehensive assessments of climate science ever produced, and they leave no room for doubt. This scientific consensus is more than just a statement of fact. It's a call to action for governments, businesses, and individuals everywhere. The world's leading experts are urging us to act boldly and decisively to protect our planet and our future. The window of opportunity to secure a livable future is closing rapidly. Every year of delay makes the challenge greater and the solutions more difficult. The urgency is real, and the time to act is slipping away. But this is not just a scientific or technical issue, it's a profound moral and ethical challenge. How we respond will define our values and our legacy for generations to come. Around the world, people are rising to the challenge, planting trees, demanding action, and coming together to build a more sustainable future. Each of us has a role to play, and every action counts. The world's experts have spoken with one voice. Now it's up to all of us to listen, to act, and to shape the future we want to see. The story of climate change is written in data and images. The Keeling curve shows carbon dioxide levels rising relentlessly since 1958. Global temperature charts reveal a steady climb. Recent years are the hottest on record. Satellite images show Arctic ice vanishing, replaced by dark ocean that absorbs even more heat. This feedback loop accelerates warming. Extreme weather events, hurricanes, floods, wildfires are more frequent and costly, as insurance data confirms. These aren't abstract numbers, they're real-world impacts. The evidence is visible, measurable, and undeniable. Our planet's vital signs are flashing red. The cost of inaction is rising every year. Facing climate change can feel overwhelming, but our choices matter. Every product we buy, meal we eat, and journey we take leaves a mark. Eating more plant-based meals and buying local food reduces emissions. Choosing quality over quantity in clothing and goods curbs waste. Reducing, reusing, and recycling supports a circular economy. Using less energy at home and choosing sustainable transport cuts pollution. Small actions multiplied by millions drive big change. We all have the power to make a difference. Building a sustainable future starts with practical steps. Unplug electronics, switch to LED bulbs, and insulate your home to save energy. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Buy only what you need, borrow or buy second-hand, and compost food scraps. Walk, bike, or use public transport when possible. Carpool or consider electric vehicles for longer trips. Support businesses that prioritize sustainability. Talk to friends and family about climate action. Advocate for policies that protect the environment. Our actions inspire others and build momentum for change. Together, we can shift our communities towards sustainability. Individual actions matter, but collective action transforms societies. Community projects, tree planting, gardens, better cycling lanes, make neighborhoods greener and stronger. As consumers, we can demand sustainable products and push industries to change. Collective pressure on banks and investors can shift money away from fossil fuels. Ultimately, governments must lead large-scale change, renewable energy, green infrastructure, and strong climate policies. By voting, protesting, and speaking up, we create the political will for bold action. Our united voices are powerful. Together, we can build a cooler, safer future. We stand at a crossroads, overwhelmed perhaps, but not powerless. Hope is active. It's the belief that we can make things better through action. We have the technology and knowledge to solve the climate crisis. What's needed is the will to act together at speed and scale. Around the world, a new generation is demanding change. Nature can recover if we give it a chance. Forests regrow, reefs rebound, species return. By stabilizing the climate, we protect ourselves and all life on Earth. This is our moment to choose a different path. The future is unwritten. We can build a fairer, more sustainable world. This is the story of all of us. Let's protect our magnificent home. The future of life on Earth is worth fighting for.